Thank you for visiting our channel. Today I came out to review and also quick unbox this awesome looking doorbell camera. This is called Whilffle Video Doorbell and it's powered by battery and is done by a company called Annke. Now this has multi-user sharing, advanced in AI. You can save the videos on TF card inside of it, or you can also have it on cloud. Also it is waterproof, dustproof, and it works with smart home. On top of that, this is full 1080p HD, 148 field infrared for night vision, and also two-way audio, which we're going to demonstrate in this video, and also built-in rechargeable battery. And I do not want to forget, if you haven't subscribed to our channel, click the subscribe button. Make sure you share this with your friends and family. Make sure you click the notification icon, select all in order to get notified once we have a new video out. On top of that, if you have a question, drop them at the bottom of the video. We'll have to help you out ASAP. And don't forget to click the like button. It really motivates us to make these type of videos quickly with a little more detail every time. In here are all the components that are part of the box. Now it comes with this little USB. Now this is where the chime happens, or when somebody presses the button, this will be ringing. So you need to hook this up to a USB. Yes, this is the way that they have connected it. There is a little light. Once you hook it up, should come on. That means it's going to work. Now nothing around it except that over here you have two buttons. One is going to be for it to get louder, and one is going to be for it to get lower, and that's about it. This is really cool on how this has been designed. Now it does come with a charging wire. One thing I have to mention is it is USB type A micro USB, so this is not USB type C. That's the only thing, but it should be able to charge it quickly for you. And there are some screws and also a little pin, which we're going to play with it in a couple of seconds. I'm sure you're going to see this in a later too in this video. There is a double-sided tape that you're going to hook up. We're going to see if we can use this. If not, then we do not have to play with it. Now it comes with this type of connection. Now this will give you an angle. So one side is thicker, the other side is thin, as you can see. So when you hook it up to the wall, this way it tilts a little bit so you can get a better angle. But that's not the only thing. It also comes with another one. So this is one. This is the second one. So that way you can tilt it so it looks down a little bit. And this would also going to help you out if you do have a door that is higher and there's stairs going down. This will really help you out to picture everything that goes to step down. This will really help you out. Or if you have a wall in, the door is set up there so you can see better. This will really help you out to hook it up. But if you want to hook it up on top of each other, yes, you can. And you can see that it sits really nicely. And this way you're only not only going to get a little angle, but also going to be angled down. So you can see that, how it is going to work. Now, if you want to hook it up back and forth, I don't think that will really work. So make sure you angle it on one side first, or you can vice versa. You can process it that way. You can see that it sits perfectly. In this way, you're going to get a proper angle for your door. And the best part of the video is the actual door ring camera. Now I have to mention a few things about it. Sitting inside of a little plastic so it doesn't get scratched up. And I am holding it upside down. It has to be this way. And the camera is on the top. Then you have a little sensor. And then you do have a little LED that will tell you if it's on or off. It does have a night vision, by the way. Their name is in the front. Also, you do have a chime. This way you can press it and it will, the ring will be there. Usually it's going to be colored blue, as much as I know. I haven't played with it that much yet, but this is how it really looks and how it really designed. You can go around it. There's nothing much here, but these are the parts. In the back will come off, but you need to really, there's a little pin that we got to push inside in order to hook it up or take this part out. But this is how it's been designed, and there is nothing that you can see right now in order to play with it. So every time you want to charge it, even, you have to open the back, which we are going to process right now. And it looks like a SIM slot opener. It's a little bit thicker, as you can see it. It is a little bit different. So let's just get that going. So on the top part, not the bottom, there's nothing here. But if you flip in the top, there is a little part that you can push this in. And once you push it in and hold it, you can open this part. You can put this back in and we can take it out. And that's how easy it is to process. So every time you want to charge it, you do have to push this, and then you can take out the actual camera itself And now you have more access to your camera. So this is more secure than the other ones. And you can see that this is the back plate that comes in. So on one side of it, you do have a little DC connection. This is where you will be able to charge it. So you do have to disconnect in order to charge. There is a little pin. Now that is for reset. And then we're going to close this part, go to the top, nothing here. Go to the other side, nothing. And then right on the bottom, you do have a little section that you got to open. There's another section right here that you can open. And this, you can flip it and you will be able to see the micro SD card slot. And then you do have a little power button that is right beside it that you can press, which is really cool. And that is it. So once it's done, you got to close it in order for it to get closed properly. And that little pin that goes in is going to push this part in order for it to lock and unlock. So this is the only thing that will really hold your camera in place. And this is what you got to scan in order to get this going with your app, and how good that is. But if it's paired, it's not going to work when you scan it again. And that is it. So there are some markings in the back. It does indicate to you what battery will take, most of the information that you really need for this camera itself. When you look over here, the manufacturer information is there too with their addresses. And this red button is for panic button. And everything is written inside of your manual, which you will need if you need to play with this more. So we will connect it and we will play with it. So we're just going to insert a 64 gigabyte SD card in this, since it is handy right now. Now you can hook up larger space. You can see that it doesn't go in if you put it incorrectly. So you have to make sure that you insert it correctly in. And then once it's in, just going to leave this so that way we can press the power button once we turn it on. And this is how it is. So let's see if it has charge right now when we put it on. So it'll start coming up. That's how it is. So let's close this part. And then we do have some, and it says to connect it. So let's do it this way. So that way it stands up. So I didn't connect it properly. So let's just go to the bottom first and then click. And now it's selected properly. So when you're hooking it up, you have to remember that. And let's move everything else. So now we have our Galaxy S25 Ultra. And we're going to hook up the app, and we're going to scan the barcode, and then we're going to select it. Now it automatically goes to Google Play Store to get the app, so we will click install. We're going to give it a couple of seconds for it to install. So once it's installed, we're going to say open, agree. Once you go here, you have to start the app itself. And yes, you have to make an account. And now we can add, once you create your account, now we can add the device itself. So click on add, say allow. And then what we're going to do is, and then go to the next step. Now it's just going to look for the device. Since we turn it on and it is making noise, it already knows what it is. We're going to select it. And then we have to make sure that we allow them. And we're going to connect to the Wi-Fi. This is the only part that we have to make sure that it has been selected properly. Now we're just connecting it. Once you enter your Wi-Fi password to the one that you require, and then you're going to say connect. And now it's just connecting it. Remember that I connected to a mesh network, which is 5G and 2.4 mixed together. And also my Wi-Fi 6 is there too. There you go. Now it's been connected. So once this part is done, you can name it where it's going to be, the living room or front door. So I'm just going to leave it as front door, and I'm going to say done. And now let's start. And next step is the Wi-Fi. Make sure it's connected. So it's just going through, clicking next. And yes, I haven't set it up yet, so I'm just going to click next to make sure this goes through. But once you hook it up, you have to make sure that you test this part, that where you're going to connect, your Wi-Fi is going to be connected. Now there is some information that will give you that it can access everything online, and you're going to get a monthly fee for it. But right now, because I put an SD card inside, I'm just going to say no thanks. and it says that if you do want to get a subscription, I'm just going to say without subscription for the meantime. And also it tells you that there's a voucher. I am just going to say no. I'm just going to reply and just go next, and I'm going to leave this on enable, and also notification is on, and you do have to process this part, so go back, and now you will be able to connect. But there is an update, so I will click for the update right now, click update now. So it goes through, gives you all the information, and also tells you exactly how much battery is in this and more. So right now it is on auto update, and there is a firmware update right now happening. You can see that it's upgrading, please wait. And at the bottom part, which is right over here, you can see that it is going through to download the update, and it will install it on the actual door camera. Now this is a really cool thing to process, but since we are going to make this very quickly, I am not very sure that if I'm going to hook this up to the door right now or not. We have a really bad weather right now outside, but what we're going to do is just connect it and show you some features of what you can do and how you're going to be able to process it. And I'm not going to waste your time. We're going to just bypass this part, so that way this is done a lot faster. And the update is almost done, so it's about 99%. I'm just going to wait for it. And as you can see, the light just went lit again. And there you go. Now it has been updated. So we're going to press back. And now we're able to press play. So there are some little features that I wanted to cover first. You can see the name is there. And then you do have the actual icon for the camera. And then it does say that it's connected to Wi-Fi. And it does show you the battery percentage, which is really cool. Then you do have the little refresh, so that way you can go next. Also some settings. Now under settings, there's a lot of things that is involved in this, and as you can see, let me just make sure I can bring the brightness a little bit up. And yes, there's a lot of things that you can play with it, and this way you're going to get access. And you can see that it already read my SD card, that there is a 64 gig. It's already been formatted, or you can say format right now, so you can say confirm, and this way the SD card will get scanned. There you go. You can see in the bottom that it has been just reset it, and there you go. Now it's totally free, so we can use it and more. So this is not the only thing. We can go here, and then we can go to notification. There is a notification because I already touched something, so it already took picture of what I was playing with, so you can see it. That's not the only thing. We can go back, and there's time, and also you can go through the dates, whichever date that will come up, and you can play with it. And also on the SD card, you can see that it's going to be confirmed. So I don't want anything to be on the online, so everything is going to be on the SD card. Now let's go and play with it to see how good this will grab all the information and what you can process with this. So since I was connected to my own network, I could not get that good of service. Now to make this better, I connected it directly to the same Wi-Fi that the camera is connected to. So now if I have to move, you can see that it moves a lot faster, which is really cool. That's not the only thing. Let's make this full screen so we can see more. And there you go. So if I have to tilt it down, it tilts down really quick. Now that's the only thing. Let's get sound going. So for that, we're going to click this. We're going to take a snapshot first of all. And there you go. Took a snapshot. And then if we have to turn on the mic, now it is very loud. So if I have to talk now, I should be able to hear myself back. But you can see that it is only this much of a volume because I'm right beside it, and it makes a really loud noise. So if I have to bring it down this way, you can see everything on the table properly. So now you just think about it when you connect it to the outside, how it will really sound. And then when you press the button, you can also talk this way. And now the voice comes from this. So which is really cool. So that way you can walk back, you can talk back and forth. And then once you let it go, it stops. So there is a little delay, but that's understandable because where you're going to be in order to process this. But you can turn this thing off. And in this way, you're just going to have a picture on how everything is. And you do not have to worry. And now you can see everything. So when you put the back on, then it will be tilted down a little bit so you can see more. And then when you have it done, you can tilt it back up and it will be perfectly working. That delay was really bad on this. But this is how the camera really works. This is 1080p. And yes, there is an SD card so you can save things. and once somebody walks by, and I have to just try to see if my hand, there you go, and then you're going to get everything recorded on your SD card. So for that, you will be able to just process it. You can see over here, you can sound, you can also go to sleep. You don't have to get any kind of noise. And then on the top, there is something happening right now. So there you go, I just got some notification. And then when you go on the bottom under library, and then you will be able to see what's happening right now. And then if there's more, it will start showing up for you. And then you can go to each one and you can press it and it will play for you if it is not a picture. This one was a picture. And then this one should be a video. You can click on it. Takes a couple of seconds, by the way, for it to get it first. And then it will be able to process and give you all the information that you need. So that way, at least you have some information about the door camera. But this is how it really looks. It's really nice to process something like this. And it is really nice. There is some little plastics that I will be taking off. Now I have to mention that when you are going to install it, there will be some ups and downs to it connecting to your Wi-Fi. So make sure that you check your internet connection where you're going to hook this up. So that's why your phone signal really comes playing a part. There is a little Wi-Fi signal. So if you look on your Wi-Fi where you're going to land to, and it does have more than 3 bars, like 3 bars or 4 bars, that will be really good to connect this to. Except that if you only have 2 bars, it's barely connecting, which happening to me right now. So I have to change my router from one location to another, or I have to connect an extender in order to get this connected properly and the door camera. But again, this is really cool. This is not bad. And it is not expensive. All the links will be available at the bottom of the video, except that this was our take. I hope you guys like our video. If you do like it, click the like button, subscribe button on the top, comment on the bottom. Always remember to visit our own website, which is xctex.info. Like us on Facebook, follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and other social networking places. And thank you.